We have a thief. He's going to the Squishmallow shelf. Sir, you shall be in prison for your crimes. Oh my god, he has stolen a Squishmallow. Fix my hair. The burp! That one, you could actually hear that one. That's disgusting. I'm disgusting. It's a good thing I'm already married. Hi Mom, and welcome back to this video. So we've got an exciting video today. I just got something in the mail that I've been waiting for, and I was excited about it. So I decided to follow the hype and get this. This is the Star Wars x Colourpop, the child palette, aka Baby Yoda. So if you're not aware of who Baby Yoda is, maybe we can pop up some memes, but he is a meme star from the TV show The Mandalorian. He's cute, people love him, he's kitschy, and he's a cash grab. So I'm not surprised they made him into makeup, which is one of the biggest cash grabby industries there is, but I actually legitimately liked the color story of this, and Colourpop does make good quality products, but we're gonna try this out and see how it works together. So this is gonna be a first impression style review, which means that I'm not gonna play with it for like weeks and weeks and weeks and come up with something comprehensive. It means I'm gonna try it for the first time now and give you my first impression thoughts. So I have the Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation on and some bronzer and my eyebrows, and I have already primed and set my eyelids. I prime with the Urban Decay Eden eyeshadow primer, and then I usually set it with like a light layer of powder. I already showed you the packaging it came in. It's super, super cute. I haven't watched much of The Mandalorian. I've seen a little bit of it with my husband. I was more interested in this for the meme factor and for the cuteness factor. But before we get into the first impression review, I have an exciting announcement. So obviously, I am a very small YouTuber, a micro influencer, if you will. I want to give a little gift to those of you who do watch me by doing a giveaway. So I actually ordered this palette, which is the Little Ray of... You stop stealing Squishmallows. Go lay down. Which is the Little Ray of Sunshine palette. And I'm gonna open it up. I'm not gonna swatch it. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. And I'm gonna be doing a giveaway with this. I wanna show you the palette. This is the outside. It's a really beautiful sunflower print, and we will leave the sheet on there. That is the inside. So stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can enter the giveaway for this little palette. I just thought it would be cute to do a little giveaway. I thought this was a super cute palette. Gotta put that to the side. All right, and I just got a ring light, so we're playing with that. So here's what the inside of the palette looks like. We're gonna take off this little sheet. It says cutest in the galaxy. They're damn right. That is so cute. And it's got this like grungy, greeny shade. I think they did an excellent job with the color story. I really think that this is very reminiscent of Baby Yoda. And I know that's not his name, but that's what I'm gonna call him because I'm a dumb bitch who doesn't know about Star Wars. I'm gonna do green, because this is a green palette. I actually was already wearing green eyeshadow today at work, but I took it off to do this. So I'm gonna go into this shade Baby Face, which is this center kind of sage green color. And I'm gonna put it on this e.l.f. XJ Kissa brush. Really not a lot of fallout, not too powdery there, so that's good. But I am gonna tap it off because that just works best for me. I'm just gonna go in right here. I don't want to take this all the way in, but I do want to do it kind of a round shape here. Okay, so on first impression, that shade is pretty sheer. But let's try it on the other eye. Let me look at it a little closer. You can see it definitely, but it is a little bit more on the sheer side. I'm gonna do another layer of that. So it definitely gets opaque, like more opaque on the second layer, but it was initially pretty sheer, but it blended out pretty quickly. Yeah, that's my only complaint, is that I can kind of see through it at certain spots. It's just a touch patchy. Buddy, stop picking your foot, please. And you might be wondering why I can't just kick him out, and it's because he will cry. It had the tiniest bit of patchiness, but it is letting me layer it up really nicely, so that's good. We've got this kind of sage crease going on. Now I'm gonna take this smaller brush from e.l.f. XJ Kissa, and I want to use as many of these shades as possible. So let's go in with Little Frog right down here, which is kind of a true olive, not really too much of a grungy olive. And right off the bat, that one has more kick up, you can see in the pan, than that Baby Face shade did. I'm gonna put this just a little lower. Those shades play very nicely together. This one really isn't all that much tonally different. It's just a little bit, just a little deeper. It's a slightly different tone. Now I'm gonna go back into that original blending brush and kind of swirl and buff over the edges. This is a good trick if you want to really blend out your eyeshadow, is just to take your original brush after you put on the product and go over it a couple more times, because then there's not much product left on the brush and it will just blend. See that? See how it's a little bit smoother now? Let's use this BH little brush here to kind of beat up. I'm gonna go into Float Your Crib. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna go into Droid Protocol, which is this dark, like olivey brown, because I think I want a pretty dark outer corner today. So I'm just going to build this up on the outer portion and kind of swirl it in there, keeping it pretty contained to that area, and then I'm going to blend it out. And there is quite a bit of kick up on this shade too. And I forgot to mention that Little Frog shade does have just, you see that little bit of shimmer? So it's not quite a true matte. It's kind of a sequin shade. You can see a little bit of it. I don't really mind it because it's not like a full shimmer, so I don't really mind it. Now we're gonna do this side. I'm gonna take actually the intermediate blending brush that we used and just go ever so delicately on the outer corner here. And I like this dark shade. It went on really pigmented, very saturated, and it's not patchy. That first shade I had just a little bit of trouble with, but after you built it up, it was just fine. Now I'm gonna drag it just a touch into the crease after we've kind of patted out those edges. I'm also gonna take a little bit of that and run it along the lower lash line. Isn't that a pretty, like, smoky look? I'm really into that. Okay, so I like how we're looking now. Now we're gonna try a shimmer, and we have this sort of greeny gold called the Force. We have Right Hand Mando, which is this like pale shimmery green, and we have Sipping Soup, which is this kind of medium green. Oh, we also have this, it looks like a Super Shock, which is like their creamy shadows, called Precious Cargo, which I'll probably use as a highlight. Which shimmer do I want to use? I want to try a shimmer. I think I'm gonna go into Sipping Soup, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna pick it up on my finger, because that's how I find shimmer shadows work the best for me personally. And I'm just going to tack that on. Ooh, that's kind of a murky green. That's cool. Sort of swampy. I will say when I swirl into it, you can kind of get it a little bit everywhere, but that's okay. So this isn't the most shimmery shade I've ever seen from Colourpop, but I really love the tone of this. My husband hates it when I wipe my hands on my pants, but I might just do it. I did it. Okay, we've got the eyeshadow on, so let's do the rest of the face. I want to use this Urban Decay eyeliner in the shade Demolition, which is kind of a dark, cool brown, and put it in my waterline to go with that brown lash line that we did. Sorry if it's a little shadowy. It's like completely dark outside and it's like 4:30. So I don't think I'm gonna do false lashes with this look. I think I'm just gonna do some mascara. I don't curl my lashes for very long because I'm afraid if I do it too long, they're gonna fall out. And also, if you notice, I put my unicorn collection over there because of my new stuffed animal shelf. So okay, let's speed through some mascara. I really am feeling this look though. This is a really, I feel like this palette is kind of wearable greens. It's not neon, it's not super grungy. It's kind of just right in the middle. I might have called it grungy at the beginning of the video, but I wouldn't say this is the grungiest palette I've ever seen. They're really pretty greens. And I do like the tone of that brown a lot too. I'm gonna put on some mascara. Do I look alright with these mascara tears? I'm gonna draw my lipstick whiter than my mouth. Fake Happy by Paramore. And everybody here is fake happy too. I know, like I'm a singer. Watch out. Okay, let's finish off this look and then I will talk about my thoughts on the palette, on first impressions. So I'm gonna take my favorite Pac-Man blush palette from Wet n Wild. I don't think this is available anymore, but it is my favorite. I do have pan on this shade right here, and I'm going to mix that shade with this more orangey one down here, which is like my favorite thing to do with this palette, and bring a little bit of color into the cheeks, which kind of always ties a look together for me because I am so pale. I know I talk about it a lot and Kayla pops up a lot of Casper the Ghosts in my videos, but it is just a fact of my life that I am pale. I'm gonna take this little Belgian waffle palette from BH. We'll use this big eyeshadow brush for highlighter. And I'm gonna use the shade Powdered Sugar in here. It's gonna give us a more targeted highlight than what I usually have. Ooh, is she bright. Look at that in the light right here, looking like a glazed donut. Oh, and I forgot to highlight my inner corner with that palette. I'll do that in a second. Let's do Precious Cargo in the inner corner. But I think this is a Super Shock, which only really pick up on your finger. So I'm gonna try. Yeah, because Super Shocks are really bouncy and really creamy and they don't really pick up on a brush. Okay, now we're gonna do some lips and then we'll be done. Let's do this Flower Beauty lipstick. I have a green dot from when I worked at Ulta. It means that you can take stuff in the back room and they know it's yours. So I don't know the name of this, but this is the Miracle Matte Lip by Flower. I thought this would be pretty with it. Can I make a straight line? That is the question. Oh, my battery. We're only on 5%. Okay, thoughts on the palette. Let's start with packaging. I got my grubby little fingers all over it. The packaging is adorable. I am basic and I do like Baby Yoda or the child. He's super cute. I love the names and I think they did an excellent job with this color story. I think that it actually feels cohesive and like it actually has something to do with the brand or the property that they're collaborating with instead of just like slapping a name on a random palette. It feels like they actually put some thought into what this is going to be. I love this little phrase on the mirror. I think that's super cute. Oh, that's always satisfying to rip those off. But overall, this is a good palette. Colourpop is a good brand. I think we all know that. And I think if you're into green, but you don't want a super obnoxious green, and you just kind of want something that's in the middle, that's gonna give you sort of a more wearable green look, because I would consider this more wearable, because I was wearing like tropical green earlier. So this is definitely a little bit more tame. So I think if that's what you like, I think this palette is worth it. This was $16, I believe, which is a little more expensive than most of their 12 pans. That's just because of the intellectual property that goes with it. So yes, I would recommend that palette. It is out of stock right now, I believe. If it's in stock when I put this up, I will link it down below. The last thing is our giveaway for this Little Ray of Sunshine palette. So if you would like to be entered for this palette, okay, so we did it, we've done it, we did the damn thing. My phone's about to die. This has been great. If you like makeup and tomfoolery, if you like all around joshery, this is the place for you. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, and like. And I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, Mom.